What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, man. We in this thing. What's good with everybody? Appreciate y'all pulling up the smoke with me. Talk our talk. Welcome to Cushion Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host, Oops the Great. I felt like for the first episode of that, I want to apologize. First episode probably not coming out till 6 in the afternoon, but I'm gonna hit y'all with a couple of them before the day is over with. My last video I put out, I stayed up kind of late to get it edited, and then it was tough to go to sleep and whatnot. So by the time I really laid down and got comfortable to go to sleep, man, I didn't wake up till like 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. So I'm still learning a balance, how to do this whole little thing. But I appreciate y'all pulling up. With so much going on, especially with alleged things possibly happening this week, the stuff that happened last week, I figured I tried to find a video that we can react to that kind of just gives us a full review. So everybody's caught up. You caught up. I'm caught up. Nobody's really missing anything, because I think this might be a week. If we go by the breadcrumbs that's been laid out there, this week could be a pivotal week. This could be a pivotal week. Like, we think Drake getting his back kicked in right now. If the West Coast pull off what a lot of people said could be popping, I'm about to go get a white flag and wave it for you. Like, Drake ain't got to, like, this week about to be amazing. I'm not sad about it. For those who wondering, I normally, I'm always smoking with y'all, and today is no different. I'm on the bong tonight. I'm on the bong this here evening. Only got a few papers left, so, and I don't like these. I like them, but I don't like them. Like, I'm against, before we get to the video, I'm against overusing weed. Like, you see people put a whole bunch of weed into one. For what? If you got fire, if you smoking fire, you should be able to roll a 1.5 and be cool. Or hell, you should be able to roll a grammar and be cool. All that extra smoking weed to flex is crazy. But let's get to this content. Let's get to this video. You know what it is. If you're smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pour it up. We grown. Let's get to the business. This video is courtesy of Fantastic Hip Hop. Please go like, subscribe, all that good stuff. That we get a good amount of information from over there. Even like when stuff I don't react to, it keeps me updated enough to where I might get curious about a specific thing, and I'll go search for that specific thing. So definitely check this channel out, bro. Check this channel out. But let's get to it.
Now, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, all of the noise, crash outs, and clout chasers are going to have to try a lot harder to take down the current king of hip-hop, because from commercials to collabs to a tease from one of the closest sources to Kendrick Lamar possible, and then another tease from somebody even closer. Right now, Kendrick Lamar is about to silence all of the noise in rap right now and leave us with one thing only, which is going to be new music. And now, before we go any further into how we know this and what exactly Kendrick Lamar is going to be dropping, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and as this is really going to be a special one, and it's so clear that Kendrick Lamar is only going to be doing a lot more from here, really be sure to leave that like. And so now, with that said, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, I mean, seriously, with all of the chaos in hip-hop right now, we are somehow at a point where despite Kendrick Lamar giving us a new album not that long ago, from more disses from the same old losers to being betrayed by people who used to be around him and who have...
I did a video on Dodie 6. Is it Dodie 6 or Dottie 6? I'm going to go with Dodie 6 until I'm told otherwise. Again, just to give a quick synopsis, because all this is supposed to do for us is to just make sure we are up to date. He going through hard times. Life is kicking his back in. So he's from a personal standpoint, I'm not talking about that man's life. I wish you nothing but the best, brother. I get how life can put some stuff in front of us where it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I pray you get through whatever you're dealing with. Now, from the business standpoint, we're allowed to talk about the business. That's what we do. And from a business standpoint, he had a prime opportunity to launch his career. And I feel like from a business standpoint, he thought that was supposed to launch him into stardom. And that's not the case. All that really was supposed to do is now, when you put work out, I'm obligated to look at it now. I gotta check it out. That's what it did. It's forcing me to check you out. Because if I check you out and it's smack, it's only up. It's only up. He could have sold some merch, new music, whatever. And you can't get mad at the people if we like, but what did you give me after that? Because I can't remember nothing after the feature. That's the point. AZ Shike and everybody, like, they got videos out, they got new music out, they got merch out, they signing deals. Like, come on, man. After that, taste of success. It should have motivated him. Like, that should have been the battery in his back to get it done. That should have been his sign. Oh, I could reach what I'm trying to reach. Man, let me get to it. Now, again, it's some personal stuff going on that, if it's true, I could see how a man fall off the path. If it's true. So best of luck to you, bro. Don't let these problems be your end, though. Don't let these problems be your end.
Worked with him in the past. I mean, when you look around at the current state of hip-hop right now, it really seems like as Kendrick is ascending higher than almost any other rapper has ever been, and really in the larger portion of the music industry, he's jumping higher than most artists as a whole as well. It seems like there is so much jealousy and disdain about everything he is accomplishing that really at this point, the only way to silence all of these crash outs simultaneously is gonna be to answer it with nothing else than music. And now, fortunately for us, what we are about to find out very soon is that this is exactly the case, because right now, with every single sign and hint that we can find, we definitively know that there is something very big that is about to come from Kendrick Lamar and the West Coast, and he is about to deliver it very soon. Because really, with the way Kendrick's fellow collaborators and friends are talking right now, it really seems like we are about to get something that is just going to take what we have already seen to the next level. And already with Kendrick from the Gatorade campaign, which he is the first artist to ever be in the actual commercial with the signature Gatorade sweat. And then after that, to now becoming an ambassador for Chanel, which is also something that a rapper is.
I know a lot of people are making a big issue about the Chanel thing. I'm going to wrap it up in one nice little package. All endorsements. Y'all stop counting other men's pockets. That's not a good look. That's not even no man shit. Like, you're not supposed to count another man's pockets. I don't care what endorsement you got. It don't matter. It don't matter. We here to talk about and judge the hip hop, the money, the endorsements. I don't care. The only person that, from a money standpoint, that I've been comfortable talking about is Drake, because word is that he in debt. That's different. Because people say he a degenerate gambler. He making all these decisions about with the lawsuit and stake and all this other, it's all money driven, because he owe people and this, that, and the third. I can't confirm none of that, but that's just the rumblings on the street. So outside of that, it ain't never sweet. I mean, in regular everyday life, you, me, as everyday people, let somebody come and, hey, damn, you still got that 20? What you in my pockets for, G? You plan on doing something? The moment you ask people how much money I got, I feel like you plan on doing something to me. And we gonna have to figure something out, because catching me slipping, we is not. If you know, you know. But yeah, hey, y'all stop that pocket checking. Cut that out.
Never done. It seems like all of these other milestones in the grand scheme of things are about to be overshadowed by something that we could have never expected. Now, the reason why we know that something is really coming over everything else, and how it is indeed going to be new music, are all from the words of people in Kendrick's camp themselves. As first off, with none other than pretty much the spokesperson and ambassador for the entire West Coast as a whole in DJ Head.
Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Until I'm told otherwise, until it's proven different to me, DJ Head is the official mouthpiece of the West. Pause for those who being weirdos. So I give what he said an extra level of credence. As DJ Head would say, look that shit up. Isn't it not baffling, though? As a quick little side note, though, is it not baffling to have the number one rapper in the game be high in intellect, high in thought, and then his right-hand man, as far as the mouthpiece of the West, they carry the same temperature. You look at Glasses Malone. He carried that same type of temperature, high intellect. All right. Who you align yourself with, who you put around you, really matter. It really matter, because it makes it easier for you to execute the things that you're trying to execute. It's a reason Kendrick can be so precise in what he doing. He aligning himself with the right cats that match him. Now look at the other side of the fence. Look at the other side of the fence. You got Drake. Don't know how to shut up. He don't know how to be a gangster and move in silence. His alleged proverbial default right-hand man, mouthpiece, whatever you want to call you, academics. What's silent? That's the loudest mouth in the South. Remember that phrase? That's the loudest mouth in Jersey. He talk about everything. He ain't sneaking up on nobody. You look at his camp. Look at his fans. Loud. Boisterous. And you see how all the moves that he keep trying to execute seem to not go right. This is why they talk about the people that keep around you. Look, and go for us regular everyday people, just as a quick little side note. Watch your circle. Because your circle could dictate if you make it or not. If you achieve some shit you're trying to achieve or not. Because your circle could mess up your whole game plan too. It don't necessarily got to be the op. The op could be in the circle. Just saying.
During the most recent episode of his show, The Bigger Picture, he made a major announcement before Kendrick's tour even started. And now what he did was tell everybody that it's about to be a great week in hip-hop, and he told everybody that no matter what, make sure you stay on stream. And now with this, well, first off, with somebody who has inside secrets about what's...
I did. I watched the episode. I was going to react to it. Actually, I'm reacting to a different part of that episode, so that part won't be included. But I can't lie. Excuse me. I can't lie. When he said that, I smiled from ear to ear. I smiled from ear to ear like, oh, we about to get petty. We about to step on some necks. I don't think this is just a Kendrick thing. This is a whole West Coast. It's like a military getting prepared for war. And while they was down, they was learning. They was prepping. They was practicing. And I'm going to keep saying it. Don't think this is going to be quick. This whole West Coast movement ain't about to be quick. Because they need to be hot and relevant when the Olympics come. In 2020 what? When's the Olympics? Look that up. Shit. Yeah, I looked that up. Hold on. Let's go through this.
What's going on with Kendrick Lamar saying anything like this? It already speaks volumes. But then even greater than that, we managed to get even more confirmation about what he was actually alluding to and what's going on with Kendrick behind the scenes, as none other than the MC who has been as close to Kendrick for his entire career as you possibly can be, in none other than Absol, released a cryptic post saying, "The gods are back, be afraid." And now with DJ Head replying and quoting this, which...
The Olympics is in California. 2028, the Summer Olympics 2028. They can't fizzle out. They can't fizzle out. It's 2025. The Summer Olympics. They need to stay hot from now into the summer of 2028 when they host the Olympics. Let that sink in, man. The West Coast has to stay hot and relevant until 2028. That's 3 years and a couple of months. Because when the Olympics start? In June? May, June? So May or June of this year. It was probably June. I think it's June. So from June of this year, you got to stay hot for 3 years. So everything got to either, ain't no either to it. Everything got to be grande from here on out that everybody do. Everything everybody freaking does needs to be gold tours, a masterpiece. We're not putting out songs to put out songs. We're not signing no branding deals with brands that don't matter or that just got here. Chanel been around a long time. Gatorade been around a long time. Neither is going anywhere. Just saying, think past this year.
Clearly shows that he knows what Soul is talking about. And then DJ Head also posting a picture of tiramisu on a menu, which is of course a nod to the Kendrick Lamar snippet that everybody has been waiting for him to release since the
Am I the only one today? I ain't been overly anticipatory of the rest of the tiramisu. I think it's gonna be fire. I think my thought process right now is really on Peekaboo. Because in my own personal opinion, if things get cracking to where we shooting back diss records, right? Which is what we all want. Let's be honest. Like, comment, subscribe, because you want that. We want the smoke. We all want it. Let's be honest. I think Peekaboo gonna be the first shot from the Kendrick side. I kind of sort of think he waiting either until all this lawsuit crap is done and over with, or he waiting for Drake to fire the first shot. But I don't think Drake will. I thought I was thinking over on it, or looking at a couple of videos last couple of days. I don't think Drake is willing to do anything that could potentially damage whatever chances he think he has from this case. Let the case go wrong. I think that's when Drake could get back to the full-blown dissing. Because he can't go dissing right now and then can you shoot again and then you put that in the lawsuit too. Because you initiated it. So he ain't trying to, He ain't trying to fuck up what potential bag he can get from this win.
DNX trailer? I mean, with all of these clues from DJ Head and Absol, and just with the general chaos around the rap game, we can put together that Kendrick Lamar is going to be coming with something new. And now what he is about to release really seems like it's about to be something that I don't think any single one of us expected. Because really, with the way everything is lining up and how things are being hinted to, what it looks like we are about to immediately get is not just any Kendrick Lamar set of music or album at that, but we really may end up getting what is one of the most anticipated hip-hop projects of this entire era. So with everything that's coming out, it seems like we are about to see the reunion and continuation in the musical canon of none other than Black Hippy. Because really, with the way Soul is posting, which look at the emphasis on how he is clearly talking about...
How would y'all feel about that? First. Because I don't know if everybody's anticipating a Black Hippy album. I would accept one. I would happily accept one. I'm not saying I'm anticipating it, because for so long I was told it wasn't ever going to happen. So I never let myself step close to that ledge. A Black Hippies album. Would you take the Black Hippies album over a deluxe GNX album, or a separate body of work entirely from Kendrick? Another Kendrick album. I mean, selfishly, I'm like, okay, within the next 30 to 45 days, let me get that deluxe album. Come the heart of summer, let me get the Kendrick album. And then before fall hit, give me Black Hippy. I want it early. I mean, give me the Black Hippy so it's early enough to where it would count towards the awards for the season. Because I think if they do it, it's... Let me be clear. As much as I love Kendrick Lamar's music, I'm first and foremost a Schoolboy Q fan. I don't care about nothing nobody tell me. It's Schoolboy Q to me first, space, and then you can put Kendrick and everybody else in. I'm not saying as far as MCs, as far as favorite, what I prefer. Schoolboy Q gives me the proper mix of socially conscious but street turn up. I get a little more socially conscious from Kendrick, and it'd be deeper, which is cool. But sliding around, doing what I do, whatever, I don't always want something that far deep. That's all. No slight, no nothing. But trust me, give me a Black Hippy album. I'm all over it, and I'm checking to see specifically if Schoolboy Q murdered it, because I feel like everybody's sleeping on Schoolboy Q anyway. So I should probably make a video about that, but whatever.
Not just one person, which would be Kendrick, but multiple. And then again with DJ Head adding the eyes to that, which clearly shows that he knows exactly what Soul is referring to here. It really seems like we are about to see Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Absol, and J-Rock reunite with new music for the first time in almost a decade. And now adding to this idea that really what Kendrick is about to do is going to be a Black Hippie reunion is the fact that when we actually dive into the music and the singles he's sending there, with the Tiramisu snippet, which now he is performing on tour and of course has still not released, from the lyrics there, which clearly reference J-Rock, Schoolboy Q, and Absol, to even GNX as an album, which while addressing and continuing so many different storylines and threads of Kendrick Lamar's career, on the flip side of that, it opened up questions about where Kendrick and the guys he came up with are at, and if their creative relationship will ever resume, as Kendrick talked about how he fell out of touch with Black Hippie and how they were not able to release more music and put out that long-awaited body of work on the Hard Part 6. And I mean, with Kendrick now really seeming like he set something up on the Hard Part 6 when you look back at it, and then again, the snippet itself, which leaves the space that we have never heard, which ends so abruptly. And now, very well, one of the reasons why this could be is because Kendrick hasn't just wanted us to hear what he has to say next yet, but also because it's a much bigger track with 3 other MCs. And so now with all of this, really with where everything is at that we are seeing right now, it seems like whether we get a song, an album, or an EP, or any sort of project at that point.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help smoke.
The next move for Kendrick Lamar, and what is going to make the most sense, is going to be to stand next to the MCs that he has been with for the longest time in his career. And really, when you put that into perspective, it starts to make the most sense in terms of where he could go next and why he is going to be doing that. Because even when you look at how Kendrick Lamar has been moving recently, and how some people on Drake's side of the genre are now trying to spin things to make them look a certain way and just discredit Kendrick in any single possible manner they can, Kendrick ends up popping back out with the guys who he came up with in the first place, and in any capacity is working and releasing music with Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, and Absol. That is literally the most hip-hop thing you could ever do, and really what it's going to do in this time is show that no matter what and how you try to put it, even the biggest haters are going to have an impossible time trying to discredit and criticize Kendrick Lamar, because really simultaneously, he is going to be pushing hip-hop and what a rapper can do to heights that they have never reached, which is what we are already seeing with the Chanel collab, the Gatorade collab, and even with the stadium tour in of itself, which are just all things that either no rapper has ever done or few rappers and artists have ever been able to pull off.
Here's a thought. It just popped in my head while I'm sitting here, watching this with y'all. Let's say this thing go left, and we get back to the back and forth, like straight up, not no subliminals, right? And I got to this point because of the whole Dottie 6, Dodie 6, but Dodie 6 situation. The album was primarily a lot of bringing in new cats, right? Putting new cats on. Maybe for what Kendrick got next in store, he gonna need the right people around him that's gonna be on the proper type timing. I think that's going. Oh man, I think that make the best sense. Because they're going to ride with him. They're going to ride with him through this whole little situation. It's going to get uglier. And as we see, certain cats out here picking sides and who they riding with and whatnot. Lil Wayne, we see you. We see you. So while Drake slowly tries to assemble his little super team, he can have Kanye too, for all I care. He can't formulate a team good enough to go up against Black Hippie. You can't sling arrows the way that whole crew of Black Hippie can. They more lyrical, and they had the proper training to do this. And it's the simplest thing ever. We've all had this training that grew up in the hood. If you ever learned the art of signifying, roasted, put that with the skill of knowing how to rap, knowing how to move around words, play with syllables. And then think about it. Cat's been doing this since grade school. Years and years of practicing to know how to get in a niggas, you know what. I hope it is Black Hippie. No, let me go back. I changed my original statement. Give me the Black Hippie album. Will be dope. Follow me on this. Here will be dope. First date of the Canadian tour part. The part that he in Toronto. Rogers Center, right? I do a Black Hippie set. In your town, I'm going to announce we out here. We outside. Because originally I was thinking that's something you do for the LA show. But I think for the LA show, you should let the little homies that was really on GNX, let them perform. Let them shine at home. I think that's the best move for them. Where Black Hippie, full of heavy hitters, you could take that on the road. But either a one night only, or from that point on, that first night in Toronto, I'm dropping Black Hippie on the head. Got some Black Hippie for your head top. I will give it to him. Because think about it, Kendrick don't never just give us something. It's always something unique to the way he either deliver it or the timing of it. Unfortunately, you have to think these things out with Kendrick. What's the best timing? What? Yeah, timing matters. I'm certain of it.
Now, at the same time as all of this, by linking up with then three of the most respected MCs you can, which just off the sheer principle of it itself is going to show that you never switched up on the guys who you were with day one. Kendrick is just going to be the ultimate representation of hip-hop, really not just right now, but in any era you want to put him in. And when you think about all of this and where we are at this point with Kendrick, Drake, and really just everything in the genre, this just shows you how well thought out everything is for Kendrick Lamar, because when it comes to every single thing he wants to accomplish in this time where he is now the far and in-command leader of hip-hop and one of the top people in the industry as a whole. As with all of the success that Kendrick is seeing from his hard work, now really he's so successful that even artists who were featured on GNX themselves are trying to discredit the guy and take him down. And really, as a whole, since Kendrick...
Wouldn't it be a little snake little move? And I can see Drake doing it. And I can see Dodie Six probably giving in. Trying to bleed the little homie for information. He need money. Money has a way of weakening a lot of people. I'm just saying. You homeless. You ain't got no money. You allegedly on drugs. It might not even take this much. Man, I got 10 racks. What can you tell me? Or if he play it the right way, man, look. I can do for you what he didn't. I do it. Look, I'm gonna give you 25 racks, 10. I'm gonna double you up or whatever, and we gonna do a little track together. Picture a disc where Drake got Dodie Six in it and some other cats that just really on some hater shit with Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie, that's I would be for that energy. Drake gonna have to show us something. Drake got to show us something. You want to show you about it, man? I'm gonna go pull out of California a couple of cats I know got skills, and they not rocking with you. Plus Wayne, and we gon' there you go. The hate team. I bet you my idea ended up being better than whatever Drake come up with. I'm saying you gotta learn to hate somebody as an art form. You gotta be willing to go to some really dark places to hate somebody. If you're gonna hate them the proper way, like you need to come from the belly, not the heart, from the belly. Get the feelings out of it. That's the problem. People say from the heart. No, you need feeling. When you hating somebody, you need feelings out the way. It comes from the gut. Trust me. I've look. You see how you think I hate on Drake? Imagine how I treat people I don't like in real life.
Lamar started his tour, there has been this whole new wave of criticism because people are just crashing out because he is now so successful. And within that success, you can now see the direct result of it, because with people at these shows, it cannot be invalidated anymore. I mean, overall, with Kendrick Lamar being the type of person he is, and on GNX and Whacked Out Mural specifically, he showed that he was expecting this entire wave of people who don't like him to come with the success that he is seeing. Having new music that is going to feature in some capacity the guys who he came up with is really just going to silence everybody in every single way. And now, as it's pretty clear that when we really look more and think to what DJ Head was saying and alluding to and what Absol...
He might be right. He might be right. It probably was the wrong time for Black Hippie. Now, they've all had a chance to do whatever they needed to do creatively. And it seems like each one of them is ready to just be on bullshit. Like, you showed your artistry. Now let's get back together and we're gonna all just be menaces. Hip hop should not really want that. Black Hippie has the potential to rival. What if they give us the 2025 version of NWA? Like that in your face. We anti anything that ain't moving with hip hop the right way. We on your head. Who wouldn't sign up for that? Look, again, in my life, when I watch movies, I'm usually rooting for the bad guy. It's not too often I be wanting the good guy to win. That might be why I don't like Iron Man movies. Bad guy, the good guy always win. You always get a new fucking suit. Just saying.
Has released.
With Fiverr, you can hire top-rated freelance experts in a variety of AI services.
Now, we are really about to see these MCs for the first time together on new music very soon. What's still a question is what exactly is going to happen when these guys come back together, and what Kendrick's next move is really going to be. Because what Kendrick could be doing is releasing maybe the Tiramisu snippet, which could feature all of them, which would be a moment in of itself. Or he could end up having music with them that is going to be a part of the G.
I don't think that'll happen, though. That's not a big enough moment. To me, it ain't. What, I'm going to put you on the tiramisu and that's it? Hey, no, that's not big enough. That's not big enough. Pause.
GNX Deluxe, the GNX2, the extended version of the record, or whatever that is going to be called. And that's going to be what's next on the plan. Or best case, and I think what's going to happen, because I still do think we are going to get more solo work from Kendrick Lamar and the actual GNX era very soon, is that we maybe end up getting a Black Hippie album right now, and we get some sort of a full-length group experience with Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, and Absol. And I do think, considering how far of a place Kendrick is at in terms of where he is in the throne with, and because of how high up in the industry he now is, they are going to want to see more releases from him. I think now is an absolutely perfect time to release a project like this, and really just...
Would that be a PG Lang release, or would that be a TDE release? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. It probably don't really matter, but I'm curious.
Expand his reach and artistry with the first ever full-length collab he will ever do. Especially because if Kendrick's working on more solo music and wants more time to do that, or is just planning another experience altogether, if he wants to add to his catalog and keep putting out music that is going to continue to tell the most important story we ever have from a rapper and address all of these crash outs in the rap game and silence everybody who is trying to take down the current king, there is going to be no better way to do this than by rapping alongside some of the closest people you could ever be with on a track. So overall, with this and with all of the discourse going on in hip-hop currently, really at this point, just keep your eyes on what's going on and any...
Yeah. We got the gist of it, buddy. Again, make sure y'all check his channel out. Fantastic Hip Hop. Fantastic Hip Hop. I had to make sure I had to make sure I hit that thumbs up though. Closing thoughts. I'm low-key not ready to lean into the whole Black Hippie album. Primarily because, like, we've been trying to get it for how long now? It's been a little minute. Like, we ain't got it to this point. So I had got myself to the point. And I want to say because of something DJ Head kind of said or whatever a couple of shows ago in a bigger picture, where it just sounded like he had got to a point in his mind. This was last year. But it sounded like he had got to a point in his mind where it just wasn't going to happen. So if he's that close to them and he feel like, you know what, that'd be something that the streets probably not even ready for, but it's not going to happen. He let it go. If he not thinking on it, like, why would I? That's like wanting a cupcake and your mama said you can't have no sweets. I ain't gonna keep thinking about it, man. Teasing myself. I do think in all reality, what would happen is, because I'm not willing to buy into a full, complete body of work, Black Hippie, bam. Maybe the deluxe album gives us the entire tiramisu and then a collection of like 6 or so Black Hippie tracks, and that'll be the deluxe GNX. I think that's the best thing that we can hope for. I also think this is the best thing for Dot going forward, because like I said, Drake is showing that he's not going to go quietly, and if you're gonna go to war, you better go to war with motherfuckers that you can ride with. I need to be able to trust you with everything I got. And if you listen to interviews and how they all talk about each other, they talk about each other like they want to see each other win more than the person themselves. Like to hear how much everybody believed in Kendrick. But then to listen to Kendrick and so many others talk about some, man, what y'all talking about me, y'all need to be talking about Ab Soul. You didn't hear Soul say, y'all had Schoolboy Q all this time and y'all ain't pay attention until now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that kind of energy. Everybody want everybody to win and shine and be great. They chase greatness. They're chasing greatness. They're not chasing, that was a good song. What? It was cool. It was all right. They want great. They're all creative. That's a hell of a team. They match each other energy. The mouthpiece, which is DJ Head, match the artist. Everything is aligned over here in the West. I'm here for it. I'm biased. I'm a West Coast fan. I live in the Midwest. I'm biased. But I grew up on West Coast. I grew up on it. I went West Coast, South. I only got a handful of cats in the Midwest or the East Coast or whatever that I rock with. But this is about to be good. It's about to be good. I appreciate y'all pulling up the smoke with me. I really do. Because look, we need to just recap so we know what we about to get. Because if DJ Head is right, something about to pop this week. Let's get these last of these subscribers. So if it pop, I'm going live. We only 15 or so subscribers away from our first official 100 since we joined YouTube. Slow growth beat no growth, but ain't no bots over here. When they say get it out the mud, that's what we did. We grew it slowly. But oops, great. This was Kush Equilibrium. I appreciate y'all pulling up smoke with me. I get to y'all. We're gonna do this again.